Yo, what up? This is Bold. The reason why I'm making this video because Dante's Boxing Nation or Race Baiting Nation, you know, the guy who claims to be all about black people but not married to a black woman, not with a black woman, don't produce with a black woman. He's putting out this damn narrative that got all these minions following him with this crazy crap. Now he's talking about Canelo not fighting elite black fighters. He got this one guy, Southpaw, who actually, I like to watch the page for, comedy purposes and stuff. And, there's a lot of truth in some shit, but we already know he's part of the Dante's Boxing Nation narrative pushing stuff. And the reason why I say that is because when Southpaw first got into DBN's comment, he questioned Dante on some of that that racist shit that Dante was using, only to turn around and figure like, oh, I can line up my own pockets by saying, oh, this person don't want to fight black fighters. Okay, you want to say that? Okay. When it comes to Canelo, I don't even like Canelo. But the one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to allow this fucking narrative fucking bullshit that they be pushing, you know what I'm saying, just to lining pockets on fucking views and fucking donations and stuff like that. See, it's easy to say Canelo ain't fighting elite black fighters, but Canelo has fought more black fighters than any black fighter in the boxing ring right now. So y'all want to criticize Canelo, but nobody wants to criticize Tank Davis. I mean, you want to talk about Canelo ain't fighting elite black fighters? What elite black fighter has Tank Davis fought? Matter of fact, what elite fighter has Tank Davis ever fought? See, y'all don't question that for the simple fact of the matter is that y'all want to stay kissing Floyd Mayweather's ass. Floyd Mayweather is one of my favorite fighters, but the one thing I'm not going to do as a grown-ass man is kiss this man's ass just so I could try to get an interview with him and his team or somebody associated or affiliated with him. I will not do that. The only person I believe Canelo avoided was Demetrius Andrade. And I know people want to say, well, who did Demetrius Andrade for? Well, I could give you a scenario. Demetrius Andrade at 154 was the champion, and Canelo was his mandatory, and Canelo did not take the fight with Demetrius Andrade. As a matter of fact, he avoided Demetrius Andrade, waited till Demetrius Andrade to get stripped of his title, and then went to fight for the title. At 160, he had a chance to unify with Demetrius Andrade, and he chose not to do that. So that's the only person out of all these guys that you said, Canelo was avoiding. That's the only person I could think of. Charlo, his own brother, Jamel, debunked that. He said Jamal turned down the fight with Canelo. So all this narrative pushing bullshit that y'all be using just to get views, this is terrible, man. I mean, the thing is when you're popular, when you're doing something, I mean, I can understand if you don't like the guy, but don't be making up lies, because they used to do the same shit with Floyd. Or Floyd this, Floyd that. And then those same people that are criticizing Canelo used to get mad when people were criticizing Floyd. Because when people criticized Floyd, they was known as racist. Now, fast forward, people that are criticizing Canelo are the same ones that used to call people racist. Now the Canelo fans are calling them racist. And if you fast forward, it might be another person of a different race or whatever doing this thing. Because we know at one point in time, Manny Pacquiao was doing this thing. And a lot of people was calling each other racist. This is the bullshit that we don't need in boxing. Because if you don't agree with their narrative, They will swear up and down you don't know shit about boxing. And then they will call you a racist. Now, as a fan, I want to see top contenders, champions versus champions. I want to see them all fight each other. Now, the frustrating part is that at the end of the day, it's a business. So you're going to pick out whoever you want to fight, whatever the case is. That's basically how the business go. Now, the one thing I didn't like about Canelo is that when he said Demetrius Andrade is a horrible fighter, he will never fight him, but he's thinking about fighting Jake Paul. Like, that to me doesn't even make any sense. But people are using this twist and saying, oh, he don't want to fight Usman, but he wants to fight Jake Paul. Why does he want to give the brothers a payday? Floyd Mayweather gave the Mexicans the payday. Like, man, shut the fuck up with that dumbass shit. Like, some of y'all channels y'all used to watch, man, I starting to look at y'all sideways, man. It's like, is it even about boxing anymore? What is it about? It's the dumbest shit I ever heard, man. I don't think Canelo should fight Usman or Jake Paul. I want to see him get in there with some fucking real boxers. Now, if Canelo is at the end of his career and he wants to do that, cool. I have no problems with it. However, if Canelo wants to do it now, I might have a problem with it, but it don't fucking matter. Canelo's the one making money. It's a business move. That's a business move on his part. And again, I'm not even a fan of Canelo. I hope fucking Killer Plant beat his ass this weekend. But at the end of the day, man, some of y'all motherfuckers, man, y'all sound like goddamn elementary kids, man. Y'all need to knock that bullshit out. Peace.